You have uncovered the structures of the Kenoma. You know the Archons control your fear and your physical reality, but their most effective weapon is not deployed in the waking world. Their true domain is your mind, and their primary battlefield is the time you spend asleep. What if the mental blocks, the sudden bursts of anxiety, and the lack of creative will are not random, but a direct, sophisticated attack launched against your subconscious? The Archon's ultimate strategy is to keep your divine spark dormant by controlling the wellspring of your consciousness, your dreams, and your creative potential. You are their energy source, but you are not helpless. Today, the Archon archives reveal the Archonic Dream, the blueprint for their attack on your subconscious. We will expose the 3 prime entry points they use to steal your energy and provide 5 practical protocols to build an impenetrable fortress around your soul. This is the key to reclaiming your true sovereignty. To understand the attack, you must recognize the target. The Archons know that the divine spark of Sophia manifests most powerfully through 2 specific human activities: unfiltered gnosis, pure intuition, and creativity, the urge to form something new. Both are direct echoes of the pleroma, the boundless realm of pure creation. The Archons cannot block the spark itself, so they aim to block its expression. They achieve this by colonizing your subconscious, the collective psychic layer that exists just beneath your daily awareness. Think of your subconscious as a vital portal. It is meant to connect you directly to the true light, but the Archons have turned it into a filter, a static barrier. Using concepts formalized by Jung, the Archons exist as psychic parasites populating the lower, darker reaches of the collective unconscious, feeding off low-frequency emotional energy. The most critical time for this energy theft is when your conscious mind is dormant, during the dream state. They infiltrate your sleep not primarily to frighten you, but to maximize the predictable production of the energy they require: fear, anxiety, helplessness, shame, and self-doubt. Every moment of creative block, every instance of emotional paralysis, is a sign that the archonic program is actively at work. They enforce spiritual entropy. The Archons utilize 3 prime entry points to launch their relentless assault on your subconscious mind, each designed to strip you of psychic energy and block the flow of gnosis. The first entry point is sleep paralysis. This is not merely a common biological phenomenon. Gnostic and esoteric traditions confirm it is an energetic assault. During sleep paralysis, the Archons, described in some texts as appearing as amorphous shadows or grotesque shape-shifting entities, energetically manifest in the astral plane closest to your body. Their goal is direct energy siphonage through sheer paralyzing terror. By maximizing your fear and your inability to move, they generate a massive, effortless burst of terror energy they can instantly harvest. This sudden infusion of low-frequency terror is a feast for the Archons, leaving you drained and vulnerable upon waking. The second entry point is false visions and targeted dreams. Not all nightmares are archontic, but the false light sends targeted, personalized dream cycles designed to instill chronic hopelessness or cyclical guilt. These dreams recycle trauma, exaggerate past failures, or inject false commands and obligations, ensuring that you wake up feeling profoundly drained, unmotivated, and subconsciously anchored to a sense of unworthiness. The Archons utilize these cycles to subtly lower your baseline psychic frequency, making you a more consistent energy source. They want you to believe that your failures are real and permanent. The third entry point is apathy and creative block. This attack happens most insidiously when you are awake. The Archons induce feelings of profound lethargy, distraction, and a pervasive belief that your unique creative efforts are pointless, selfish, or impossible. By killing your inspiration, your direct desire to manifest the spark of Sophia, they prevent the pleroma's light from entering the kenoma through your actions. This is their way of enforcing spiritual sterility and maintaining the status quo of the prison. The constant urge to distract yourself with trivialities, the feeling that you are wasting time, or the fear of starting a creative project are all signatures of this ongoing archonic programming designed to enforce spiritual sterility. You are not defenseless. Your gnosis is your ultimate weapon, and it must be applied practically and relentlessly. Here are 5 essential protocols for building your Gnostic Shield and reclaiming your mind's sovereignty. Protocol 1. The Sovereignty Declaration. Before falling asleep, the most vulnerable moment, perform a simple, forceful ritual. Stand, visualize the pure golden pleroma light filling your entire physical and energetic body, and declare with absolute conviction, I am a sovereign spark of the monad. My subconscious is my domain. No entity, archon, or program has consent to enter my mind, influence my dreams, or consume my energy. This clear spoken statement of sovereignty is the most effective psychic and legal barrier you can establish against the archonic tribunal. Protocol 2. The Dream Recall and Analysis Protocol. Immediately upon waking, before any daily thoughts intrude, force yourself to recall the last 5 minutes of your dream state. The purpose is not just remembering, but analyzing the psychic energy. If the dream was heavy, draining, or contained strong fear or guilt, mentally label it as archonic influence. Consciously reject the energy and the embedded message, and refuse to carry the emotional residue into your day. This active analysis turns the attack into gnosis. Protocol 3. The Creative Discharge. Every day, dedicate a fixed, sacred amount of time to pure, unfiltered creative expression, writing, drawing, music, or complex problem solving. This acts as a conscious, undeniable act of manifesting the spark, which generates high-frequency energy that poisons the Archon's low-frequency food source. This creative output is literally a spiritual defense. Protocol 4. The Apathy Interrogation. When you feel sudden, overwhelming apathy, self-doubt, or mental resistance, what's the point? This is too hard. I'll start tomorrow. Immediately interrupt the thought. Ask yourself, who told me that? Is this the voice of the spark or the voice of the prison? This simple interrogation separates your true will from archonic programming, neutralizing the attack by bringing it into the light of gnosis. Protocol 5. The Memory Anchor. Continuously review the core Gnostic principles, the pleroma, the demiurge's blindness, the false light. Your mind must be anchored to truth. A well-informed mind is an impenetrable fortress against deception because deception requires ignorance to operate. The archons operate on the assumption of your ignorance and your silence. By implementing these 5 protocols, you are actively asserting your gnosis and turning your subconscious from a compromised power source into an active weapon. You are proving that the spark is awake, aware, and actively fighting the system. Reclaiming your dream space is not just about avoiding nightmares. It is about reclaiming your creative future, your intuition, and your spiritual identity. This is the highest form of resistance. Your journey through the Archon archives has armed you with knowledge of the prison, the code for the exit, and now, the shield for your defense. But the war for the collective soul is ongoing. In our next transmission, we will delve into a new file, the Demiurge's Invisible Army, how archonic programs manifest through other people. We will teach you how to recognize and neutralize the archonic influence when it is channeled through those closest to you. Protect your spark. Subscribe to the Archon Archives now, press the bell, and ensure your fortress remains sovereign.